It'll be fun watching these two swing it all series long. First pitch is next. Steven Strasburg, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's averaging a strikeout per inning. Been great all year long. We'll see if he can continue the trend here in this one.
David Lee strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
St. Louis, shortstop, David Lee.
And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. Eric, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
And you know, the little things have been a recurring theme on these telecasts for years now, but when you're in a losing streak like this, no matter how minor it is, it always seems like the little things are going the other team's way. That has certainly been the case these last few games.
Now a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Well, I think you better look out for that cleanup hitter. His on-base percentage is over 400 the last 10 ball games. Done an excellent job of finding ways to contribute, getting on base, and setting up the guys behind him for run-scoring opportunities.
Strasburg gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. John Jay started to go around, but it's a called strike, 0-1. Very mild temperatures as we begin tonight. 58 degrees here at first pitch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. And with that, let's take a look at how the Nats will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Michael Lee will stand in, and you see what he's done over the past 4 games, as hot as they come. First pitch of the at-bat. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
Well, McDonald, just like most other umpires, he'll miss a couple here and there, but his strike zone never seems to be too outrageous.
And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. You got to figure that that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. High in the air out to center field. Span will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. And now the Nationals get their first opportunity. No score. Michael Lambert, a right-hander from the Sooner State, gets the starting assignment here. Eric, any thoughts?
Yeah, guys, real exciting for him in his last start. Recorded his first big league win. They gave him the ball after the game. We'll see if he can get number 2 here.
And there you see Denard Span as he gets ready to lead off the home half of inning number 1.
Nationals, the center fielder, Denard Span.
Up and in for ball one. And Eric, as we take a look at the Cardinals entering play here tonight, they've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
And the even better news for them is that they've got their ace going here tonight. So you have to figure that all signs are pointing toward another victory here.
A high strike there, and it's 1-1.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
One and two now as that one's fouled off. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And Span swings and misses at that one. A good pitch that time, and he's retired for the first out. A time now from our nation's capital to take a look at the Nats starting lineup. Steve, how do they go about ending this losing streak they're in the midst of?
Well, I think just putting this guy into the stretch early and often. Look to get the leadoff hitter on base to give themselves the best opportunity to score runs throughout the game.
Anthony Rendon will dig in for the first time now. He's got that average up nearing the 340 mark to begin play.
Well, for me, that's just really impressive for a guy his age. It's always exciting to see young players blossoming into stars right before your eyes.
One out, nobody on. And oh, look out as he has to hop out of the way of the fastball there.
Yeah, he's letting these guys know early on. He's not going to be afraid to work inside. That'll be something they'll need to think about.
And this pitch is hit rather sharply toward the third base coaching box. It's a foul ball. Tapped out in front of home. Easily scoops it up. Throw gets him. 2 down. With a moment now, a look at the defense for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this defense is really anchored up the middle, and most specifically, the guy over at second base. He turns the double play as well as anybody in the game, has a lot of range, and really takes away a lot of hits from the other team.
Bryce Harper will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, baseball can be a humbling game. Yesterday wasn't a good day for him, but over the season, he's hitting over 300.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a liner. But this will be foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. After 1, no score. Number 3 will stand in for the first time, and he enters with that average in the stratosphere, up over 360 to begin play.
And we know it's just April, so the season is just getting started, but obviously he's off to a great start.
In there, no balls and a strike. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hit hard on the ground at third. Rendon is there. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Mark McGuire.
Mark McGuire will get his first shot here, and you can see he's got that average up near the .330 mark to begin play.
And I don't think this really should be a surprise to anybody. We all know what kind of skill he possesses with a bat in his hand.
And he lays off there 1-0. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. That evens it up 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Strasburg is ready. Here's the 1-2. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Well, you're always gunning for a strikeout when he's at the plate because his legs make him so dangerous, even when he hits just a slow grounder. So nice job of keeping him off base right there.
Stepping in now, Nick Savage. As he'll take a look at ball 1. The average not quite where he wants it, down in the 220s. 3 homers and 5 driven in. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
And we're going to see a lot more of this because this is a guy who's let it be known that he will work inside. He'll even back you off the plate if he has to.
Hey. 2-1 pitch, a circle change taken for a called strike 2.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
This is line to left. Worth is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Down in order go the Cardinals. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Jason Worth will stand in, hoping to get things turned around here in April as he enters play with an average down in the 220s. First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that 2-seamer to right-handed hitters. Make sure that pitch gets inside instead of staying out over the plate. That one ran just a little too much to catch the corner.
Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there. 1-1. Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2.
Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Got him.
Wow, and he hasn't missed a beat since his last start. Remember, he had 9 strikeouts in that one, and he's well on his way to a similar performance right here.
Ryan Zimmerman will stand in for the first time here. He's got that average up over 340 here entering play.
Well, when you look at what this guy's done so far, Matty, he leads this ball club in average. He's been a huge part of their offense so far this season.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Well, it's been something of a strikeout fest here to start this game off. Already 4 strikeouts now in the first 5 batters. Now that's going to be a tough pace to keep up.
Here's the shortstop, Ian Desmond. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He'll enter play with that batting average still shy of the 220 mark. 1 home run and 6 RBIs. Bottom of the second here with no score. Swung on and missed. 1-1.
Right now, they'd be lucky to just put one in play.
Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2.
So tough to hang in there on that pitch, but you got to do it. You can't give up that inside corner, or this guy will eat you alive.
Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. Ed Easley will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the 3rd inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Strasburg steps into the windup. Here it is. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
2-0 count, and the pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens.
Be too careful. I mean, this is not a Silver Slugger award winner up there. You want this guy to hit the ball and put it in play.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Fly ball to straightaway left. And it looks like he'll have extra bases here to begin the 3rd. And he will get in there with his first big league hit, a double. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark.
Peter
Ed
Borges.
Easley has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer, and as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well, and in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like, but there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Peter Borges will stand in now with a good chance to break the seal here following the leadoff double.
Well, it's a good RBI opportunity, but you've got to remember your first job, which is to at least get that guy over to third base.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that's up and in for ball one. Line drive to center field. Span is right there, one down.
Well, two hard-hit balls here to start the inning, and this ball was hit even harder than the double was. But unlike his teammate, he's going to end up in the dugout with nothing to show for it.
Standing in now, Michael Lambert, as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball one. The 1-0 delivery. Had him out in front there as he takes strike one on the circle change. Here's the 1-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Third inning, no score to this point. Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Into the box, David Lee, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Two out here and a runner at second. That misses to the Cardinal shortstop, and it's even at 1-1.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. You know, that's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Nope.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 on its way. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Full count. 3-2.
Now on 3-2, you got to go with your strength.
And he takes ball 4. So now at least they're set up for the force at any base here with 2 away.
And that's not the first time he's had the bat taken out of his hands. You see right there, a lot of pitchers just said, hey, with an open base, forget about it. I'm going to let the next guy try to beat me.
In now is John Jay as he swings at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to left field. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Back with Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian. Here is it's Wilson Ramos that gets set to lead off the Nationals half of the inning. In there, strike 1.
0-1.
Well, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
We're already at 4. Do I hear 5 strikeouts in a row?
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss. 5 straight strikeouts now, and there's 1 gone.
And he's feeling it out there now. I mean, that is 5 straight guys that he struck out now. His defenders may as well come on into the dugout and take a break because they're not even needed out there now.
Into the box now, Yunel Escobar. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. The numbers coming in. He's at 255. Still without a home run and 3 driven in. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
I don't think this partisan crowd is going to like that too much. One thing you don't want to do as an opposing pitcher, 2 things actually. 1, you don't want to get the crowd involved early, and 2, you don't want to set yourself up for a possible big inning. Now, both of those things have come true.
Stepping in now, Steven Strasburg. And they'll try and play for 1 here as he gets this one down. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Yeah, this early in the game, to me, this is the right decision. You give that guy at the top of your lineup a chance to drive in a run with a simple base hit.
Here's the center fielder, Denard Span, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
And that's 3 straight pitches, all over 100 miles an hour. If he throws a changeup for a strike here, that guy's got no chance.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. One left for Washington. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Michael Lee is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Strasburg looks in. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning, 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Yeah, that's a good spot to miss against a guy like this. He loves that pitch up in the zone. Most power hitters do, so that's not a bad idea to give him one above the letters.
And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. Harper is over near the stands as he makes the catch for the first out.
And as we showed you in the open, he's out there putting his perfect record on the line. And so far, these guys haven't shown many signs that they're ready to put a 1 in that loss column.
Number 3 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. And that misses for ball 1.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
And you go back to the call on that very first pitch, how important that was. Now instead of a 1-1 count, you're at 2-0 with a really dangerous hitter up there.
2-0 pitch on the way. Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Span has a beat on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
First baseman number 25.
So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And folks, that is not a misprint. He's been clocked at over 100 miles an hour so far. My goodness. Mark McGuire is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
To first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4, and we are tied 0-0. Anthony Rendon will start things off here for Washington with Bryce Harper on deck due to hit second.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1.
Anytime you can throw a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters you've faced or better than that, then you should get pretty good results. And we're in the middle innings in this game, so that's pretty good.
Off the plate and in, hits a ball and a strike. Two and one. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Borges is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
Digging in to try it again, Bryce Harper. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and they fanned him on a fastball last time, so let's see if they come at him with the hard stuff again.
And a ball, 1-0.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Nationals have yet to crack the hit column thus far. That one finds the target on the outer half. It's 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. I'll tell you, he's already hit one guy, and he is not afraid to work inside.
No, and as much as I hate to say it, pitchers have just as much right to the inside part of the plate as you do.
Still 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this will land foul. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. To short. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Jason Worth.
So with 2 gone and the base is empty, that'll bring in Jason Worth. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Savage is right there. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Nationals gone in order. Through 4. Still tied. 0-0. Nick Savage heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Out in front of it, strike 1. smoke. And, oh, this is off the second base bag. There is Desmond.
Now batting.
And even when they do get on base, not exactly something for the highlight reel. But he's aboard with an infield single. Just their second hit of the ball game so far.
Ed Easley walks into the box, reached base with a double his first time up.
And with a man on first, it'll take at least another double to bring him in.
Strasburg comes set. Here comes the first pitch. Sacrifice attempt here. On to the second baseman covering, and he can't handle it.
Don't know quite what happened on this one. Here it is again. I mean, this just hits him right on the heel of the glove.
Here's Peter Borges standing in. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Now batting.
And you know, when a guy's shutting you down,
Lambert.
you got to look for ways to try and get on the board. So he sees an opportunity here, and he's going to wind up beating this one out.
Michael Lambert will stand in now with the bases loaded, and this is one at-bat he doesn't want to just throw away. He can really help himself here.
Yeah, hitting is not really in a lot of pitchers' DNA, but you're right. If he can find a way to just find a hole with a ground ball, that could be huge.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes.
1-0.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. You got to say, for a strikeout pitcher, not too many strikeouts here so far.
And he's in a big need of one right here. It would definitely come in handy.
The 1-0 pitch. That's wide, 2-0.
Oh, my gosh, he is falling apart out there right now. That's the pitcher at the plate. Doesn't he know that?
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Two and one after the foul ball there. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. 2-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Squared that one up just a little late. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Out in front of that one. May have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Line drive to left. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
And you can see the pitching coach heading for the mound. And this is nothing more than just trying to reassure your guy and give him a chance to compose himself. And he's been great so far, so there's no reason to think that he can't work out of this.
David Lee stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0.
Well, right here is where you've got to be smart out there. They've got nowhere to put you, so we probably won't be working the corners.
Bases loaded here, nobody out. And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
Oh, he's got a legitimate gripe right there. I don't know about that one.
Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. And this one is off the catcher's glove, and that might be a run. And it is a run.
Well, we've seen these guys make their fair share of mistakes so far, and here's another. This one hurts even more because it costs them a run. That's just a simple catch behind the plate that needs to be made.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. On the ground near home. That's a foul ball.
Just finding a way to stay alive up there.
Couple of men in scoring position here with none down. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. How about this for an at-bat?
Best we've seen tonight, no question.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hard hit ball to second. Backhanded. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Well, this is a pretty hard hit ball, and I thought for a second that he might have had a shot at the plate, but he thinks about it for a second and takes the sure out instead, and that allows that runner to come in and score.
John Jay steps forward here with 3 runs already home and a potential 4th standing at third base.
Well, just about everything's gone their way so far in this frame, and another great opportunity to add to the total right here.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with 1 away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. You get the sense that things are starting to get away from him a bit out there.
It all comes from falling behind hitters and then having to come in there with something good to hit. That's going to get you every time.
One and two.
He might have thought he'd be getting another dose of that curveball because he was way behind that one.
Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now. Swing and a liner. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. That makes it a 4-0 ball game. And he's safe.
Well, I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up hacking. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for 2 bases.
Derek Holland is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Standing in now, Michael Lee, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He picks up his 6th double so far on the year. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. One and two as the changeup had him out in front there.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Here's a high pop-up. Rendon calls for it. And that's the 2nd out of the inning.
And one thing this kid's going to find out is that everything speeds up at the major league level. You know, those pitches that you were on top of in AAA, they have a tendency to get on top of you much quicker now. You got to learn to adjust.
Number 3 will stride to the plate. He's 0 for 2 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Nope. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. That's inside. 2-0. Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase, and after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
And that had all the looks of a guy who was going to take a giant hack. 2-0, no matter where that pitch was. EK, I know you never did that.
No, not me. Maybe once or twice.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
And that misses, ball 4, so it's 1st and 2nd now with 2 out.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Mark McGuire digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Line to left. In to cut it off is Worth. It's a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. The runner from second crosses the plate. Now a 5-0 lead.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Coming to the plate again, Nick Savage, as he'll bat for the 2nd time in the inning. Hit down the third baseline. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. The run scores from second. It's a 6-0 ball game.
The batter.
Stepping in, Ed Easley. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. 2 down, runners at first and second. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Yeah, a good job here of working himself back into a hitter's count, especially with 2 men on base in front of him.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Struck him out, and the inning finally comes to a close. So a great inning there as they bat around to score 6 times to open up the lead. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Cardinals are out in front, 6-0. Ryan Zimmerman will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
That misses 1-2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking ball down in the zone, trying to get him to swing and miss.
A little low. It's 2-2. Trying to strike him out for the 2nd time. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
Yep, another good job right there to get that first out. And you can pretty much bet he's probably thinking to himself, anytime my boys get me 6 runs of support, I think we're going to be okay. This is a pretty tough hole to climb out of now.
Ian Desmond will stand in now, the recipient of a National League Silver Slugger Award for his contributions at shortstop last year. And, looked inside, but that's ruled as strike, 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Well, you can tell he's trying to work that pitch away, but he might have left that one a little more over the plate than he intended.
Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Wilson Ramos will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
First delivery to him on the way. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And that's in there for his strike, 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Yeah, and on 1 and 2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Looking for his 10th strikeout. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Peter Borges will lead things off for the Redbirds here in their half of the 6th inning.
The left fielder, number 11, Peter Borges.
And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And foul. Holland into his motion. 0-1 on its way. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. All even now, 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Here comes Worth. Makes the play, 1 away.
Up next for the Cardinals, pitcher, Michael Lambert.
Michael Lambert comes to the plate now, likely due to the large cushion he has to work with on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's got that big lead and a chance to get deeper into this ball game, but he needs to make sure he stays focused because sometimes that competitive...
Oh, look at Rendon. The throw. Safe.
Oh, love the effort, though.
That was a big-time stab. There was just too much speed getting down the line.
Nearly a great play down there at third base. In fact, it was a great play just to dive and get a glove on that ball, but we knew he was going to have a tough time getting up and throwing this guy out, and that throw gets there just a little bit too late.
Into the box, David Lee, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Now on 2-0, we've got a fastball count, and we've got a good fastball hitter. That might spell some trouble if he indeed gets one out over the plate.
6 runs, 8 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Look out. All over the place now. 3-0.
Now that he's worked it to 3-0, he's got a couple of free pitches here to pick out one he really likes.
Hit sharply toward the right side. And that'll get down for a base hit. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Now to the plate, John Jay. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today, and let's see if they can keep it going.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. Nothing in 2 now.
And now this is where you can be just a little bit more selective as a pitcher. You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next 2 pitches, so you got to see if you can get him to chase.
A pause and the 0-2. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
The 1-2 pitch. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
Yeah, 2 straight fastballs in on the hands. They haven't produced a strikeout. So now 2-2, you've got a few options here.
Comes set. Now the pitch. Good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full 3-2 here.
You can just sense him starting to tense up out there on the mound. They had him down 0-2, and now he's struggling to make the perfect pitch, and it's not happening.
And he misses with it. Ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
He thought he had him right there. You can see him looking to home plate asking, where was that? High? You got to be kidding me.
Michael Lee will dig in here with the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
He's been tough to deal with this year. He's second on the team in RBIs, so this is a golden opportunity.
First offering on its way. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1.
Yeah, you know, when a pitcher gets into a little bit of a jam out there, you can bet he's going with his best stuff. So we may see a heavy dose of that slider right now.
Bases are loaded with only 1 out. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the move is Span. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly.
And at the very least, that's what he's up there hoping to do. And that's hit the ball in the air somewhere. So nice job to pick up that runner from third. Although the other 2 runners have to stay put now with 2 away.
Number 3 will be the batter. 0 for 2 with a walk thus far. Looking to minimize the damage here. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. Good take there, and it's 2-1 now to the St. Louis third baseman.
too high that time, and it's 3-1.
Now 3-1, you can afford to look middle in and really turn on something if you get it.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Worth moves over, and the inning is over. 2 hits here in the inning lead to a run for the Redbirds. On to the bottom of inning number 6. The Cardinals lead it 7-0. Yunel Escobar will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Here comes the first pitch. And he takes ball 1.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
Lifted in the air to center. There to take it is Jay, and he's got it for the first out.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Brian Goodwin will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Goodwin.
Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1.
For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
And he lays off for ball 1. Swung on and chopped up the middle in time to first, and there are 2 away.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Denard Span will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Fastball in there for a called strike.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Ball 1.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swing and a liner, but foul. He pulls this one into right, and that's in there, and there goes the no-hitter.
Yeah, he got a little revenge there. He struck out twice before that. Now he gets him back with a solid base hit.
Anthony Rendon will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. He's set. Here it comes. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. 2 out with the man at first.
And it's quickly 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Nationals leave one. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Back here at Griffith Stadium in our nation's capital. 7th inning upon us with the Cardinals out on top, and it's time to check out the game summary to see how we got here. Casey Jansen will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Mark McGuire will dig in again. He singled home a run his last time.
Mark McGuire.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Ripped on the ground to first. Fielded cleanly by Zimmerman, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. I mean, this is a fastball right down the middle. And he just smokes this ball, too. But unfortunately, he hits it right at someone. So it becomes a fairly easy out.
Nick Savage steps in after hitting an RBI single his last time around. First pitch coming. Here it is. Right there for strike one.
0-1.
One out, nobody on. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
And that misses off the plate and low, so it's 3-1 now.
Well, this is a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a fastball.
And a full count now, 3-2.
3-2.
Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is foul near the seats. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, catcher, Ed Easley.
Ed Easley ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
And that's going to give him another great hitting count here on 2-0. No wonder they're up by 7.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now. I figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count.
Maybe even taken 2.
2 out, nobody on. And he gets this fastball over. Back to 3-1 now.
3-1.
Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. ready now with the payoff pitch. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Man, a little surprising they didn't challenge him there. You know, there are certain guys you just have to make earn their way aboard. This isn't exactly the most dangerous guy in the lineup, so he'll be happy to take the walk.
Peter Borges will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Smoke toward the hole. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
Let's train our show motion camera on that runner at first base. Here, he might have had a shot to get around to third, but you see him have to hold up to make sure the baseball doesn't hit him. And by the time he gets going again, he knows he'll have to hold on at second base.
In now, Michael Lambert, as he'll take a look at ball one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Two men are on with two men out. That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
Well, you know, sometimes it's that natural tendency to let up just a little bit when you're facing the opposing pitcher. You know he's not going to do much damage, but you got to get refocused here because you do not want to go 3-0 to him.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Cut fastball is in for a strike, 2-1. This is in the air to left. Worth is under it. And that's the third out. Cards strand a couple, but they're still in control, 7-0. Bryce Harper will dig in for the third time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first two trips. First pitch on its way. And that misses, ball one. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
If I didn't know any better, I'd think this was his first inning out there. He's still throwing the ball with a lot of velocity.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
And that's not a bad spot. Just go ahead and stay out there. Don't come down the middle because we know he can hurt you.
A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
And that misses, ball four. It's a leadoff walk to start the home seventh.
First walk he's given up so far, and when you combine that with just one hit, it's not hard to see why these guys are having a lot of trouble scoring runs.
Jason Worth stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
The 0-1 pitch. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2. Nobody out, runner on first. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
And now on 1-2, this might be a spot where that high fastball was just a setup so that he can come back with that big curve.
Ready on 1-2. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
He continues to pitch well out there. Here's his pitch breakdown so far.
Ryan Zimmerman.
Ryan Zimmerman will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Counts 1-0.
First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Fastball, and that thing's a blur up there, folks. 1-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And he takes a called strike 2.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his third strikeout of the game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. Third strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
Here's the shortstop, Ian Desmond, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
And this is becoming a theme now. It's part of why he's been so successful out there so far. Let these guys chase that first pitch and get him in a hole right away.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
Nope.
0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now. A runner on first with 2 away. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Has a look. Now the pitch. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Lee shading to his right. And that ends the inning. One left for Washington. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Craig Stammen will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. David Lee gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball one.
That's his strength. He wants to try and come in and jam you, so you got to be ready to try and turn on something.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Three and 0 now. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
Here it is on 3 and 0. And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
And he's saying, give me a break. I mean, that pitch is right there. And I tell you, though, complaining like that is only going to squeeze that strike zone a little more.
Now at the plate, John Jay. He drew a walk his first time up. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Well, not really how you want to start the next guy after a walk. That pitch isn't even close.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Throw over to the bag, but the runner's back easily. Hit hard back up the middle. In there, a base hit.
And this is what folks mean when they talk about time in the fastball. He looks at the first pitch just to get a feel for the speed, the movement, and then when it comes again, now he knows how to handle it.
Into the box now, Michael Lee as he's first pitch swinging here, and this is on the ground toward the hole. Oh, he gets a glove on it here to knock it down.
Yeah, that will load the bases, but I'll tell you what, if he doesn't reach out and get some leather on this ball, that's a run for sure.
Standing in now, number 3, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Now a ball popped up behind the plate for Ramos, and taken in out there for the first out.
And now that would have fallen under the infield fly rule if it was a fair ball. But no matter, he goes over to make the catch here in foul territory.
Stepping in now, Mark McGuire, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Ready with the 1-0. And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now. 2-0, bases loaded. You let him swing here?
Oh, this is a run producer's dream right here. I'd let him go, but only if it's his pitch in his spot.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now.
Take sign?
That would be a take sign.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
takes a cold strike at the knees, and that'll run things full.
Taken again on 3-1. He's trying to get that RBI the easy way, but now they've worked it back to a full count.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Little chopper back his way. Throw too late. And how about that? It's an infield single, and it gives them the lead. Boy, oh boy.
Well, if you want to point fingers at who's to blame for this disaster, you're going to need both hands. I mean, the pitching, the batting, the defense, the execution. Just draw a line through this one. This one's been an absolute disaster.
Aaron Barrett will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Nick Savage will be the first to meet him here, and he'll do so in an enviable situation indeed. Bases loaded and only one out now.
Well, you know he's feeling good at the plate, so he's already got 2 hits in this game, looking for another one.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, he's been patient here with the bases loaded, but he's backed himself into a corner now.
Here's the 0-2. And he won't offer it that. Too high, 1-2.
And he didn't want that one to be in the strike zone. Even with the bases loaded, this is still a strikeout situation, remember.
Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Desmond for 1. On to first. And talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More in a moment on the show. The Friday Night Showcase. Wilson Ramos will dig in. Took a cold third strike his last time.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
I think a lot of pitching coaches would like to see that first pitch strike ratio better than about 60%, but that's what he's got going for him tonight, and he's pitched very well.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Huh. He's feeling it now. I mean, this is turning into a clinic out there.
That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
And for all the pitches he's thrown, only 1 walk so far. That's a little bit surprising.
Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Now a swinging bunt. Easily has it. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. He's shut out intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Striding into the box, Yunel Escobar. He flew out in his last at-bat. And that's high for a ball, 1-0. And, ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1. And from that man's perch in the first base dugout, more of the same.
You know, I think the calls have gone both ways, but I bet you'd have a really hard time convincing him of that.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. But no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. Bases are empty, one man out. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game. Time to take a look at our starter comparison to this point, and the telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen. Zeros in the run and earned run columns. And the call's been made for a pinch hitter now as Nate McLouth has grabbed a bat and moved into the on-deck circle. Very weakly on the ground, but it's foul, strike one. The windup and the 0-1. And this one misses to McLouth as that evens the count at 1-1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Borges on the run. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down. Oh, and he ignores the third base coach and heads for home. And he is out on a close play as he was trying to stretch it all the way. Nationals gone in order. Still 8-0. Jonathan Papelbon will come on now to start the ninth inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the ninth. Ed Easley gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point.
Easley.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Grounded to third. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
The left fielder, number 11, Peter Borges.
In now, Peter Borges. He singled his last time up. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. One out, nobody on. And he falls behind 0-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Wow, we have seen a very liberal strike zone at times so far in this game. You figure on 0-2, he's going to try to waste one. Is this pitch in the strike zone? Doesn't really look like it to me, but it's not my vote that matters.
In now, Michael Lambert. Tap foul at home plate. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Off
off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Papelbon comes set. Here's the 1-2. In tight there as he's got to turn out of the way of that one. And the pitch. 3-2 now.
Boy, you have got to make this guy swing the bat here on this next pitch. This is not the guy you want to lose.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Hot shot to third. And that's in there for a base hit, his third hit of the game.
Boy, he's doing it all out there so far. Not only is he pitching a great game, but he gets in on the act offensively as well.
David Lee digs in. He reached on a walk his last time up and later came around to score. Now a fork ball, but this will bounce near the plate for a ball. 2 out with the man at first. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. The set and the 1-1 pitch. Chopped foul wide of first. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2. A runner on first with 2 away. Fork ball. That's in the dirt for a ball.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
Full count. Here it comes. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. We'll head now to the bottom of the 9th. It's the Cardinals 8 and the Nationals nothing. Denard Span will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now, but hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average. So you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98, 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Savage is up with it. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
The third baseman, number 6, Anthony.
Can't ask for much more out of a starting pitcher. Working on a 2-hit shutout right now.
Anthony Rendon will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. One and two as he chases the slider.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Going for his 15th strikeout. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Bases are empty, one man out. Grounded up the first baseline. McGuire takes it in, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are two away now.
Well, this has been a thoroughly dominating performance out there. Kept these guys guessing all game long, and he's just 1 out away now from picking up a well-deserved complete game shutout.
Bryce Harper will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
Pitch on the way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
Taken, called, strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
Way outside. 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Two and two now with 2 away and the base is empty. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
It's such a good at-bat right here. When you can grind out 7, 8 pitches against a guy that's running short on gas, that can be huge.
Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
Hey, that's a great job to work out the walk there. And that's one thing managers like to see. You gotta die hard at the plate, even down to your final out. You never know in this game.
Jason Worth will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk. From the stretch. Shot toward right center, and that's in there. Base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Maybe a chance here to put a dent into that scoreboard after all. This gives them a couple guys on base now here in the late going. And at the very least, another hit here could be enough for them to avoid the shutout.
Ryan Zimmerman will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Off the plate and low here, ball 1.
And even though on the mound he's had his way with him, this is a dangerous customer, so don't get to thinking you're bulletproof out there.
1-0 count, here it is. Chopped weakly to the left. In to score is the runner from third. It's now an 8-1 game.
Now batting,
Well, I guess the shutout just wasn't meant to be. He made it 8 2/3 of the way home, but he finally gives up a run here in the ninth, and now he just needs to put his focus on getting out of here with the complete game victory.
He and Desmond will stand in to keep things going, and I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
He's set, and the pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike one.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
2 down, runners at first and second.
Nope.
And he'll lay off here. It's a ball and a strike to the Washington shortstop. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. He's got it. Throw to first. He'll be in time to record the final out. And the Cardinals have run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over.
Well, that run in the ninth means that they couldn't quite finish off the shutout, but still a very good performance out there on the mound.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean, they just couldn't touch him.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 8-1. Good night, everybody.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals. 8 runs on 14 hits. No errors. They left 12 men on base. For the Nationals, 1 run, 4 hits. With 1 error, they left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 11 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.